The B series of articulated trucks has many new features which these modules aim to highlight and demonstrate. At the start of the working day, it is best practice to conduct a safety walk-around inspection. The details are in your OMM, but the main points to cover are: check for loose fittings and leaks. Check tires for damage. Check lights are working. Check brakes are working. Check fluid levels. When you are happy that your machine is in a safe condition to begin operation, de-isolate the machine and make your way into the new cab. Using 3 points of contact, climb the steps onto the guarded walkway. On opening the cab door, you will find the hood raise switch has been relocated to within the cab. The redesigned operator station sets the new benchmark in comfort and ergonomic standards. Make it as comfortable as possible by employing the adjustments available on the new operator seat. Seat suspension. Inflate or deflate the airbag until the white line is in the green indicator. Position fore and aft. Use this handle to move the seat closer or further away and adjust to suit. Backrest position. The seat backrest can be adjusted as follows. Thigh support. The newly introduced thigh support helps perfect your seating position. Armrest. Finally, lower your armrest and you are ready to start your B-Series machine. Once the seat is in the appropriate position for you and the seat belt is fastened, you can adjust the steering wheel for tilt and reach. Check that your mirrors are positioned to give you the best visibility. If electric mirrors are fitted, the position can be changed using the switch in the cab. If this option is not fitted, the mirrors are adjusted manually. If optional heated mirrors are fitted, activate by simply pressing this switch. A notable addition to the B-Series operator station is the Color Multipurpose Display, CMPD. This feature gives you more than 20 parameters to monitor at the touch of a button. The customizable display gives details on items such as degree of machine grade, load count, torque converter temperature, regen status, and oil and fluid temperatures. Also incorporated into the CMPD display is the rear view camera. By selecting reverse gear, the picture from the camera will automatically be displayed. If site conditions require limiting the AT to a particular top gear, this can be achieved via the CMPD display as shown. To maintain a chosen gear, simply press this button once to make a selection when the required gear is engaged, and a second time to release. This switch also activates the second reverse gear. To start the machine, ensure the hoist lever is in hold position, the gear selection is neutral, and the park brake is engaged. Now you are ready to move some dirt. Place your foot on the brake pedal, disengage the park brake. Place the gear selection in drive, and finally, the hoist lever into the float position. Otherwise, the machine will be limited to first gear. Check the area around you is clear and pull away. One thing you may have noticed is that while the footrest remains, the floor switch to activate the inter-axle differential does not. You will not find a rocker switch for the cross-axle differentials either. Both systems are now fully automatic and require no intervention from the operator at all. The operation of the Caterpillar engine compression brake remains the same as the 700 family. The three-stage system is engaged via the lever on the right-hand side of the steering column. On approaching the descent of a grade, select the correct stage of retardation and pre-select the appropriate gear. The gear selected for descending a grade should be the same as the gear used while ascending. Finally, remove your foot from the accelerator and begin descent. It's always a good idea to cover the service brake when going down a grade. The engine compression brake will slow your descent, and when you approach the bottom of the grade, reapply the accelerator to disengage. Move materials over the shortest possible distance. Handle materials as few times as possible. Expend the minimum amount of energy to move the maximum amount of material. Use equipment offering maximum utilization and return on investment. Select equipment appropriate for weather and terrain conditions. Choosing the optimum loader-hauler combination gives a productivity advantage. Maintaining the fill and dump areas can sustain a higher production rate. Whenever possible, spot trucks at near right angles to the face of the bench. This allows a much easier target for the excavator operator. Spot the truck in line with the pivot point of the hydraulic excavator. The pivot of the boom should be over the center of the body target. Placing the excavator on a bench above the truck will reduce the lift needed to clear the sides of the truck body. The excavator operator also has a clearer view of the truck and the area around it. The height of the bench should be approximately equal to the height of the excavator stick. Ideally, the excavator should be able to load and swing 45 degrees or less to dump the bucketful in the truck body. The shorter the swing, the faster the loading. The loaded swing should go counterclockwise so the excavator has a complete view of the truck. Using a scissored tailgate will help to retain material in the body. Liner plates will aid in protection against damage when loading abrasive materials and rock. The dump area should be firm and level to ensure machine stability when tipping. Minimize the amount of maneuvering a machine is required to do when entering the tip area. After coming to a stop in a straight position at the desired tipping area, the recommended tipping procedure is as follows. Apply the service brake. Select neutral gear. Engage the parking brake. Hoist the body to the stops, reducing the hoist speed before reaching them. Apply the service brake. Disengage the park brake. Select drive with gear selector. Pull forward slowly until the spoil clears the body. Apply the service brake. Select neutral gear. Engage the park brake. Lower the body and release the hoist lever into float when approximately 12 inches of the cylinders can be seen. Apply the service brake. Disengage the park brake. Select drive with gear selector and pull away as normal. If employing an ejector, material can be metered by the operator manually using the eject lever or dispersed according to ground speed. That is, the faster you go, the thinner the spread. You can also eject statically as you would with the tipper. Furthermore, material can be dispersed on side slopes, under overhead obstructions, ascending or descending grades, and as a spreading maneuver. Regeneration is achieved in one of three ways: on the go, at machine idle opportunities, or manually at the driver's discretion. To perform any type of regen, the machine engine needs to be at temperature. The machine will not perform a regen from cold. When regenerating, the symbol will be displayed on the instrument cluster, and the engine speed will increase to 1000 RPM. Once complete, the symbol will go off, and the engine will return to low idle at 700 RPM. On-the-go regeneration will happen without operator input in the following circumstances. Regen system is set to automatic. The DPF is near capacity. Automatic regeneration will be employed if the following conditions are met. Regen system is set to automatic. DPF is partially full. Machine engine is at low idle for a period of time. Park brake is engaged. Neutral gear is selected. The body is down. Accelerator is not depressed. The regen can be cancelled by changing any of these conditions. To execute a manual regeneration, follow these steps. DPF is partly full. Bring the machine to a stop in a safe location. Neutral gear selected. Park brake engaged. Body down. Foot off accelerator. Press and hold the regen switch in the headliner for 5 seconds. Regeneration will begin. The steering lock should be used when the wheels are lifted from ground or when an operator is working in the hitch area. The body prop should be used at all times when working under the body when it's raised. Raise the dump body. Lift the body prop and locate into position. Lower the body and float onto the body prop. Finally, select the body hold position on the hoist lever. The hood raise switch is now positioned in the cab. To use, open the cab door and press the switch. The hood will raise or lower. The right side cab window can be used as an emergency exit when it's not possible to leave via the cab door. To stop the engine, normal operation is to turn the key to the off position. In an emergency, the engine can also be stopped from ground level. Located alongside the machine isolation switch and remote start receptacle, raise the guard and move the toggle switch to the stop position. The service points include fuel filter, fuel water separator, grease points, hydraulic oil. Consult the OMM for the maintenance interval schedule of serviceable items. To negate the need for the operator to climb the steps when refueling, the fuel-filled receptacle is now at ground level. Tires should be inflated as per the manufacturer's recommendations and to suit the ground conditions.